Hey, Dr. Yad here, a medical doctor, but also a calisthenics athlete for over 14 years. And as you know, I'm on my journey to get the full planche again. This is day 16, but the 5th workout for the planche. Last episode, we talked a little bit about how to implement Grease the Groove in our training program. And I have to admit, I didn't do that. I just didn't have time. This is the 5th planche workout for me. And last workout I didn't film, the workout before I did. But last workout was a little bit special because I was in a gym and they didn't have P-bars and I forgot my P-bar, so I did everything on the floor. But surprisingly, it's very similar strength. Nothing really was different. In fact, the tuck planche presses were maybe even stronger. Anyway, let's get started. By the way, in between sets, every now and then I will also answer some comments from the previous video. So I thought maybe that's a fun thing we could do for this series. So if you have questions, I might answer them in the next episode. We're gonna start off warming up with the regular, which is pressing to handstand. And yeah, let's just do that. Sometimes my shoulders feel like achy when I do this. And I feel like today is gonna be that day, but let's see. Not too bad. Oh, that feels better. I'm kind of scared for this thing, but I want to stay in frame. Okay, I'll take a little bit of a break, do some shoulder movements, readjust the camera. Oh wait, I can actually make it focus on me a little bit. Yeah, look at that, technology. So we're just gonna do some arm swings because I really feel cold today. And many people in the comments kind of were shocked because of the way I warm up. Sometimes I could just do those presses and I'm ready to go and rumble. Today is not one of those days. Today I need a little bit more warm up. I don't need to warm up my forearms a lot because I am only doing tuck, advanced tuck. And yeah, the benefit of the advanced tuck ones are that the angle isn't that great, so you don't really need a lot of warm up. At least I don't. You might if you haven't planched before. For me, I have so much exposure that I don't need particular warm up for my wrists unless I'm doing floor work. Anyway, let's do another set. I wonder if the camera can track me like this. If it can't, it's okay. Well, actually look at the monitor like this. All right, let's do another. Yeah, it can't track like that. That would have been cool, right, guys? All right. That feels pretty nice. That feels pretty good. I want to be a little bit more explosive. Being super explosive really helps with both strength, explosivity, obviously, but also with the warm-up. All right, let's go over some comments. So this comment is by Tobias Samitz Billy 5731. Curious as why you're programming planche leans before planche push-up work. Is it because of the inability to lock out at this specific stage? Isn't planche push-ups more demanding neurologically? Great question. The thing is, because it is more demanding neurologically, I wouldn't even say it's more demanding neurologically, it's more fatiguing neurologically. But because it's more fatiguing neurologically, doing it before the other sets is not that efficient. You will fatigue yourself really quick doing that movement, which won't allow you to do the other sets like the static holds or the straight arm presses with proper form, or be able to even do it at all. So I always put it at the end because the thing is, even though it takes up a lot of neurological energy, it is something you can still grind out often, whether you have the capacity or not. So the other work will have less impact on the bent arm strength. It will have impact, but not as much as you would do it the other way around. So that's why. Another thing I want to mention is, yeah, like I said, I haven't done the grease the groove because honestly, I didn't have a flow for it yet. I think I'm just gonna put these in my room, like my office room, and then maybe I'll do it some more. I'm not sure, but I wish I would do it more because I think it really helps. Then the third thing, actually, wait, let's do one more warm-up set and then we'll move on to the third thing. Yeah, that feels nice. I might actually try to increase the angle so it's more, so it helps a little bit more with warming up. The reason why I did that, when I was really strong, I would even do 90 degrees push-ups as a warm-up, which sounds crazy, I know. But the nice thing about the 90 degrees push-up is the activation for your serratus anterior, for example, which is one of the two muscles responsible for protraction in the planche. It gets activated in such a way that your shoulders just move like butter when doing planche press work. If you do some of those sets beforehand, assuming it doesn't fatigue you much. For me now, it would probably fatigue me too much because I'm just not that strong at it. But it is something I'm gonna work towards in the coming month or two. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the thing I wanted to say. Diet fatigue. I mentioned last episode that I'm still cutting weight. I'm at 62 kilos, sometimes a little bit below, towards the 61, but never below 61 kilos. And I've been dieting for probably a month or two, and it's been really hard to lose the last little bit. And I think I'm just fatigued. Diet fatigue is when you psychologically are just having too much trouble following a diet, and I've decided to take a break. So a diet break for a week or two. It doesn't mean I can just eat whatever I want. I am just going to increase the calories a little bit so that I, can, recover from this. I also felt a lot of fatigue when I was doing my one-arm handstand training. I just didn't have as much capacity because of the deficit. And the whole point of the deficit was so that I would be better at climbing and one-arm handstands. And so if the one-arm handstands are now suffering from the deficit, then what's the point? The point is for the long term, but still, I need to work on it now because now I have time for one-arm handstand work. So we're taking a little bit of a diet break. I took it literally yesterday, so I'm not really noticing much yet. But I'll be very curious to see what that does to my energy levels. And my vitamin D supplementation was, I always take vitamin D pills. I think everyone should do that, especially in the Netherlands where there isn't much sun, and especially just me not being outside as much as I'd like to. A lot of people just have a deficit. So I've been taking it for over 10 years, and recently, like a month or two ago, I forgot to purchase it again, so I didn't have it. So then I forgot about it, and I wasn't taking it anymore. And I think that also might add to my fatigue, tiredness. So I ordered some more, started yesterday with taking them again, and we'll see what that does also. Let's do one more comment, and then we're actually gonna start with the first set. By George K398, amazing video. I do planche with skills training at the start of each workout. How do you know when to transition to grease the groove instead, or do you do both? If the starting point matters, I'm a beginner in calisthenics with a max pull-ups of 8, and from lever training, I'm still training the knee raises. Max archer push-ups for each side, thanks. Don't know what happened there, but it's a great question. Grease the groove, in my opinion, should always be supplementary to your other training. So you should do them both. And the way I'm going to do it is eventually I just have a checklist that I have to cover over the span of like 3 days. And then I'll repeat that checklist and I'll just check them off, you know, starting off with like maybe 3 holds at 70% max. And then just eventually, I'll see how that works. I'll see how that accumulates, fatigue, also with the other training that I'm doing. I'm just gonna experiment a little bit, but that's something I came up with a few days ago and I thought, oh, that could work. So we'll try that. Anyway, first set, lots of talking in this episode, but we also need to do the workout. This set, last time I did on the video, YouTube video, 4 reps, tuck planche presses, and last workout, when I had like hands on the floor instead of P-bars, I also did 4 presses and it felt quite easy. So today we are going to go for 5 reps. I'm hell excited, 5 reps. If I can get this, I'll get hyped. But at the same time, I'll understand that if I don't get it, you know, that's also fine. Because, you know, that's a huge PR. At least PR for this period. Here we go. Wait, let's actually change the camera angle. All right, this is a better angle. Let's go. Oh, man, that felt so good, but I lost balance. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break, like a minute, and then we'll try again. All right, let's go. Let's not mess up. This is distracting me. All right, let's go. Yo, 6! My God. Oh, that was excellent. It made sense. I don't know what happened there. It just made sense. The flow made sense. The balance made sense. My shoulders felt strong. Everything about this just made sense. Oh, damn, that's hype. 6. Whoa. All right, taking a 3-minute break. But let's do a comment by Volley King Boys 9256. What are these like numbers? I guess that name was taken. How can I gain the strength to do tuck planche raises? Good question. If you can do tuck planche raises, but you need a straight arm dynamic, you could do your typical L-sit to tuck planche and then try to go up as high as possible. So I don't want to fatigue myself too much, but I'll show you what I mean with these P-bars. So you could do this and then like that for reps. Actually, I'll show you reps. That's a pretty good exercise. The only thing that it is lacking is range of motion. So another thing you could do is you could get sliders or like socks and then go into like a planche lean. And then do this, and then go down. But I don't have any socks on me or sliders. But if you do that perfectly, and you could also do this with legs together, but if you're not flexible, you should do it like this. So you go into the planche lean, and then like this. And eventually you can get your feet up if you're really strong. The nice thing about this progression is almost everyone can do this. You can also use furniture sliders, but if you do that, you can slowly get stronger and better at that movement. And if you combine with the other one, eventually you might be able to do tuck planche presses. You could also start off in a handstand and then slowly lower down. That will be the 3rd exercise that you could add. Let's actually increase our resting time because I'm still out of breath. So I'll add another minute. See you guys once I'm rested because I need a break. All right. 2nd set. I'd be happy if we can get 4, but if we can get a 5, I won't complain. If we get a 6, I will cry. I will literally cry. I will cry. If I can get a 6, I'll cry. But I don't expect a 6. You know, I'll expect a 4 or a 5. Come on. Oh, 5. Do you realize? No music. All the hype I need is the planche itself. 5. Oh, that is sick. We're taking a 5-minute break because I feel like I need that rest. That's pretty cool, right? That's real progress. That's insane. So we're going to do advanced tuck holds after this. I've been stuck at the 7 or 8 second. I haven't made any progress since this series started. Can we get a 10? Please. If we get a 10, you know, we're progressing then. Anyway, let's do some more comments. Because we are going to rest quite some time. All right, so by Shiba MT2602. There is an exercise called shoulder supported planche, which gymnasts use. They do raises with it. Do you think that this exercise will strengthen shoulders for the planche or planche presses? I think it will help. I think for the people who don't know what that is, they grab like 2 boxes, put their arms like that, and then start doing presses like this. I think it's a good exercise. I've never implemented it in my training program. I kind of forgot how it felt on my elbows. And I don't have a setup except for maybe my P-bars. I could maybe mimic the setup. I will try them out later. Not today, maybe on a separate occasion. I think it would be an interesting movement to explore in more detail. One more comment and then I'm just gonna take my break. By Shadow 313, lower dash or something, twice I think. Nice video, man. I have a question. Why are you not trying to do straddle planche push-ups with an elastic band? Does the trajectory change too much? Great question. The answer is yes. That does happen, especially if you're using bigger bands. And the annoying thing with the band is, as you lower down, you get more assistance, but the bottom position is easier. So it should be the opposite. So that part is kind of annoying. And the reason why I'm just not doing, because I could do advanced tuck planche push-ups. I could technically do that, but I've decided on the eccentrics. And the reason why I've chosen the eccentrics is because you can slow down so much of the movement, which gives you so little space to cheat it. And it gives you a lot of exposure in a range of motion we don't often spend a lot of time in when we're doing planche push-ups. You also get the ability to work on your full body, stabilization, but also like the shape of the straddle planche, which is like a weird ass shape. So you get to focus on these things when you're doing these eccentrics, and because you're not, and because you're not focused on the concentric, your full focus is on that aspect. So that's why I'm doing it for now. Do I think that resistant band straddle planche push-ups are bad? No, I think they're pretty good, as long as you're not using too much assistance. If you're using like the yellow band, which is like a very thin band that I have, it could be quite a feasible thing to do at this training stage. But I'm gonna stick with the eccentrics for now because I'm noticing a lot of gains, a lot of adaptation going on, and then eventually I'll see if I can move on to full range of motion push-ups. All right, I'm gonna continue the break, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, moment of truth. The most important exercise, maybe. It's maybe not the most important in terms of how much stronger you get from it, but it is a great measure for your end goal, which is the full planche. Let's do our advanced tuck planche. And let's see if we can get more than 7 seconds. Here we go, come on. Oh. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Good form. Hips slightly higher. I always say that, I think. But just good form overall. Let's see, how many seconds? 10 seconds. Yes! 10 seconds. Our rep range, seconds range, is 4 till 10. Meaning that if I can get 8 or 9 or 10 seconds again on the next set, next session, I should strongly consider trying a harder progression than the advanced tuck planche. Now this could mean a one leg planche. This could mean a straddle planche. So we will see. Let's not get too hyped yet. Let's do another set, see how that goes. So we're gonna start the timer, but this is a good day. This is a good day. This is a good day. All right, second set. Is this the gateway to the straddle planche? That is the actual question that's going to be revealed, or the answer that's going to be revealed from this set. We want to get at least 8 seconds. If we can get 8 seconds, that's awesome. If we're stuck at 7, then the answer is going to be no. You need to do more sessions. So let's proceed and find out. Come on. Oh, come on, come on. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. That felt strangely more in control than the previous set. Okay, here we go. That looks good. Shape looks amazing. Maybe even better than last set. No, definitely better than last set. I lowered down my hips a little bit. Okay, come on. Let's see the seconds. Come on, come on, come on. So we hop in at 25. Yo, that was another 10. Maybe even, wait, maybe that was even 11. One more time. Let's check out one more time. We need to be sure about this. So we enter at 52:60. I enter the advanced tuck planche, people. And at 1 minute, let's see, 2 and 60 seconds, I'm still in there. Okay, so this is a 10 second. This is a solid 10 second advanced tuck planche hold. 10, 10. The end rep range, or second range in this instance, for the exercise that I've selected, advanced tuck planche. I am now obligated for next session to at least try a straddle planche on the first set of the unsupported planche holds. How sick is that? That is so cool. Next exercise is going to be the planche leans. So I'm gonna set that up now. All right, so we're going to do planche leans. And last time I had about 70 centimeters away from the wall. Today we're going to try 66 centimeters. So this is a little bit harder. Actually a lot harder than last time. Every centimeter counts a lot. I don't know if I'm like overestimating this, but let's just see. And we want to hold it for at least 8 seconds. Let's go. Oh my God. That was really hard. Why did I make that noise? I made like a weird ass noise. Let's take a look. All right, barely. I think we hit 8 seconds exactly. Yeah, we hit 8 seconds. Yeah. So this is hard. This is really hard. But I think I'm gonna try again. I think 66 centimeters is pretty good. So we'll try that again. Let's do one more planche lean. Come on. It genuinely felt like I could just hop into a full planche because the lean was that deep. Let's take a look. Felt nice. All right, so we hop in here, good form. Yeah, about 7, 8 seconds. That's good. And let's see, do I actually get close to? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Man, my brain is not working as it should. When you're so deep into a workout and you're actually getting hyped, I find it hard to produce words, but I want to keep this interesting for you guys. That was my last static hold. Last exercise now is the straddle planche eccentrics. Straddle planche push-up eccentrics, I always make that mistake. And I've been doing this progression and not have done any progressive overload to it. Today, we're gonna see if we can almost lock it out. So we're aiming for this much top hold, right? So far it's been more like this. I'm gonna see if I can get it down to this. If I can't, it's okay. So let's reposition the camera. All right, one last question by Joachim Ishmael. It's a big question. What about training legs? Do you think as a medical doctor, it's healthy to have strong legs? You could argue that with a bicep tear, doing planche is kind of a risk. Also, if I may expand about this a bit more, a bit about where I'm coming from with all these questions, you seem like an intelligent guy. Thank you. And really have achieved awesome things with skills, so there's no reason for you to repeat previous feats of strength in calisthenics anymore. Maybe it's time for you to evolve your goals to more general hypertrophy stuff, like getting strong legs and adding more overall muscle to get, instead of super specific training in certain skills. I might be wrong. Maybe it's because something you love to do, and the dangers of your pursuit outweigh the merits of being generally healthy. Good point that he's making. The type of training I'm doing, I'm not doing for health. It's definitely going to help with health, but I'm doing quite high risk stuff that, isn't really, it doesn't make sense if you're doing it for health reasons. As a medical doctor, is it helpful to have strong legs? Yeah, I would say yeah. I would recommend having strong legs. But my legs are plenty strong for general, day-to-day life, or even just sports. They're not big. They're very small. I'll be quite frank. They're very small, but they're quite strong. But I won't be able to do like an insane strength feats. Like you won't be able to see me do 2 times bodyweight squats, right? I think the max squat I've done is 100 kilo, and that was when I was training legs for like a few months. So some people consider that impressive, but if you compare it to my other upper body strength stuff, it's not that impressive. But the reason why I'm not training legs actively is, it's not in line with my goals, right? It's not in line with getting a planche, getting better at the front lever. It's not in line with climbing. It's not in line with Warner handstand training. It's just not in line with my goals. I am training it though. I am doing mobility training, and the type of mobility training that I'm doing is quite similar to strength work. I'm just increasing the range of motion. So I'm doing horse stance squats, etc. They won't make your legs super strong, but I am strong in specific ranges of motion now. And I am noticing some actual hypertrophy in my legs, which is kind of annoying, but it is happening. The other point he's making is right. He's right. In terms of calisthenics, I've achieved like almost all the elite movements. I've done inverted muscle ups. I've done one-arm pull-ups, more than 10 reps, right? I've done full planches, full Malteses. I've done more than 10 full planche push-ups, front lever for over 50 seconds, Victorian. Like at the end, the list is very long. I've had quite a long calisthenics career, and I've done quite a lot of different types of movements, and I'm really proud of that. Like I don't need to prove to anyone that I did well in my training. Like, that's something I can admit. I'm happy. I'm actually proud of myself, right? But when it comes to planche, planche is difficult. Planche is a hard topic for me because planche is one of those movements that I've never been great at. I've been good at it, but not great. And there's a part of me that's very annoyed by that because, I don't like being bad at something that I don't mind being bad at something, but I don't like, and I do mind being bad at something that I put effort in, right? Many years of effort. And to me, this has always been a puzzle that I've been trying to really nail down, and I feel like I'm very close to understanding planche finally. I've done so many things wrong, and I think now I'm doing things right, and I think that by doing that, and this is the most important part, I can help the community. The community has asked me for years and years and years to make a video on planche, and I've only done bits and pieces. I've never covered it all the way. So this video is a thank you to the community. It's not gonna get me a lot of views. It's definitely not, it's not a popular series. It's very niche. The format that I'm doing is not that interesting, but it's generally for the community. I am relearning planche so that I can teach the community how to planche most effectively because they've always supported me, right? And I don't think I can confidently make a planche tutorial without one, being able to planche now, and two, I'm not that confident about my teaching ability when it comes to planche. I could probably get a lot of people to planche. I've gotten a lot of people to full planche, but I'm not confident that the method I was using is the best method. And that bugs me. So I'm going to just relearn it now so that the community actually, can learn from this. There's so many videos out there and good videos also, but they don't hit, they don't cover it all the way. There's so many things that I know now that are not covered. And I hope I can make a difference. Honestly, I want to make a difference. Anyway, it's way too long talking. Let's do our straddle planche. Push up eccentrics. Let's see, am I in frame? Yep, I am. All right, we're gonna try to keep the arms as straight as possible. No lockout, but as straight as possible. Two is enough. Oh, I regret not filming that. I feel like that was pretty good. Okay, so I don't have footage, so I'm just gonna tell you guys what I think happened. I think my hips were too high, and I was piking a little bit. I think my arms were around here. They weren't here, around here, I think. Which is pretty good. And I wasn't breathing that good. I completely forgot about the breathing. Last episode, I explained everything about the breathing, and I just quite frankly forgot about the breathing. We're gonna take a 2-3 minute rest and then do the last set. And then we're gonna wrap up this episode. See you there. All right, last set. Let's work on the breathing. All right, that's fine, I'm done. I'm so tired, I'm so hungry. Let's take a look at the footage. Yeah! Let's see, a little bit more bent than I thought in terms of bent arm. Body line pretty good. A little bit too high with the hips, but it's good. I'm tired. I need food in my system. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you have questions, put them in the comments below and I might answer them next episode. This was Dr. Jan and bye!